Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adiza if you're new here, and if you are old here, thank you for passing by. Today's video is going to be very chaotic because I've never done this on my channel before. So I'm going to do a story time, as you can see by the title, how I quit my job just to save my mental health. Yes, this was in 2022. I was in level 200 in the university, and I was in a 4 in a room at the hostel, and 2 of my roommates were workers. They used to work during the day and then go to class at night, and mind you, they were young. So it was so fascinating for me, and I was so curious, so I also decided to get a job, because if they can do it, then so can I. So I decided to get a job. And even before I got the job, let me tell you a story about how I met the owner of the company. I used to go to restaurants a lot during that time. That time I was very active on YouTube. I used to go to new restaurants a lot just to explore and then have my alone time and post on social media. So I found this new cafe around my neighborhood and decided to explore it. So I explored it the first time and I loved it. So I used to go there a lot. And one time I went there and I just ordered my food, whatever I wanted to order. I was sitting there and then a man came to my table to talk to me. He was trying to engage me and I thought he wanted to hit on me. Little did I know. Anyway, so we're talking and talking and talking. He asked me if my food was good and I said yes. And he offered to pay, but then I refused and I told the waiter to bring my bill. So when I was paying through my mobile money, but it wasn't going through. I don't know why it wasn't going through, and then I was so ashamed. So the man ended up paying for me and we exchanged contact and he left. Him that night, I texted him and thanked him for paying for my meal, and that was it. So when this idea came in, I was like, I know someone who owns a company. I texted this man and then asked him how he was doing and everything, and I told him I needed a job, and he told me to send my CV. He gave me a number to send my CV to, and I did just that. So I sent my CV, and the next day the person called me to come to the place to check it out and then take me through a lot of stuff. That was so quick because the person knew the kind of person that I was, and he immediately linked me because it was his own company. So I went there the first day. They introduced me to all the workers there, and we were just 2 ladies and 5 guys. But the first day was good, and when I got back to the hostel, I was so tired, but then I was happy because I had a job, and it was so easy for me because I just sent it to him. The next day I had started work. I was a morning student, so I used to go to class in the morning 7 a.m. and close at 3. So when I close at 3, then I'll get to the hostel, bath, change, and then go to the shop. So I went there the first day. It was draining, but it was fun because I learned a lot, and I was so happy that at least I had a job. And then they offered to pay me 700 Ghana cedis every month with other privileges. So after the first day, I texted the man and told him I would need some cash for TNT, that's transportation, from my hostel to the place and from the place back to my hostel. And he agreed. He was like, okay, that's cool because you can't use your monthly allowance for transportation. So he talked to his people and then they gave me cash. So every day when I get there, they give me cash. So I used to go to work every day except the first day. It was raining, but I enjoyed it. The second day I was taking through all the stuff that they sell at the shop, and then they took me through the number of things that they sell. The third day I went upstairs to check out the chandeliers and all the fancy lights, and then the prices were shocking. I was so mesmerized because what? Just the lights? Wow. Anyways, that's just by the way. So after the third day, I think it was the third day that we visited the warehouse. So the first day I went The second day I went. So the third day, the fourth day, that was when we visited the warehouse. They took me through everything, and then the worker that took me to the warehouse was telling me about the man. He was just giving me a history of the man and how he created his company. And then we were talking, he took me through everything. We went to pick chandeliers and lights from the warehouse back to the office. We got back to the office and it was just a normal thing. I closed, I got home. The next day was a Thursday. And I was already drained. Because school was draining me already, and then I added a job to it, so it wasn't easy at all. But then I still managed to pull through. And the third day, the fourth day, Friday, I went for Juma, and then Saturday I texted the man that I couldn't do it anymore. I told him that I had exam next week, and then I wanted to put the job on hold for now so I could focus on my studies. And then he was so mad at me because I came to him that I wanted a job, and he gave me the job, and then in less than a week I'm telling him I can't do it anymore, I'm quitting. And I told him I'm not quitting, I'm just leaving it to focus on my exam, because exam is next 2 weeks and I need to focus on exam so I could pass. To this day, this man hasn't texted me. Anyway, so that's how I quit my job. It was affecting my mental health. And then my mental health is very important. I don't know for you, but you should prioritize your mental health. If that job is taking a lot of your time, it's draining you, you need to stop. You need to quit. You need to resign. Talk to your bosses or find a way that's going to reduce how it's taking over your mental health, because your mental health is very important. So if you think that job is taking a lot from you and it's draining you, you need to quit, or you need to find a way to reduce it or to balance work and life. That's work-life balance. You need to find a way to balance your work with your personal life, else it's going to break you down. So this is how I quit my job to save my mental health, and I hope you also do that too. This brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it like how I also enjoyed talking about it, don't forget to leave a comment, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.